Good afternoon. This is Councilman Jones. I'm filling in for Councilmember Britt Moore, who's unavailable today as Vice Chair. Today is the July 14th meeting of the Finance Committee for the City of High Point. First item on the agenda is item 2022-312, Contract Mitchell Roofing, Oakview and Moorhead Recreation Centers. Got Lee Tillery to present.
Hey, good afternoon. I hope you are doing well today. This agenda item is centered around replacing two roof systems, one at Moorhead Recreation Center and one at Oakview Recreation Center. These have been on our capital improvement list for a number of years, and I'm glad we're finally able to get to it. Those are two of our oldest recreation centers. We've had numerous problems with them over the years, a lot of deferred maintenance issues. Both systems are, on the conservative side, 25 years old. I would say both of them are a little bit older than that. So they've definitely run their course in their life. So we're looking forward to replacing those. Our recommendation is for a group called Mitchell Roofing. I will point out, if you'll look at the bid tabulation, that we did receive 5 companies or 5 groups come in and give us bids for this particular project. Mitchell Roofing is the second lowest bidder. Our lowest bidder on this project price was not very close to the other 4, which gave us a little bit of pause. And we did some research on Mitchell Roofing. They obviously have a lot of experience with replacing commercial roof systems such as this. So that's going to be our recommendation, is to go with Mitchell Roofing at a cost of $283,800. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Question for staff?
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to approve.
the 283 is, I'm sorry, the 283 is both projects?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes.
They came in at the same price. These recreation centers were constructed near about the same time, so they're pretty similar in size as far as age and the roof. So yeah, 141.9 for each system.
Yeah.
I'll restate a motion to approve.
Second?
Motion and second. Councilman Holtz, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Jones is an aye. Item passes. Next item is 2022-313, contract change order number 4, Summit Corporation, High Point City Lake Park renovations, phase 1.
This is a change order where there's a little bit more involved in this agenda item. There's a capital project ordinance for City Lake. The gist of it is involved with this final change order. We hope it's going to have to be our final change order with Summit with City Lake Park renovations. As you guys will recall, we originally planned for what we call a slipstream slide, and that slide was one for a single user. It was one where you could stand up and go down by yourself. There wasn't a lot of infrastructure to that slide. In going through the process, the state was not going to permit this type of slide, and we went back and forth until we had to move on to a different slide as we're in already in the construction phase and trying to get this done. You can see a picture of the slide that we selected. It's called the Trax Dual Racer, and this will allow 2 participants to be on the slide, and there has a timing mechanism. Looks like a lot of fun. I think we're going to get a lot of enjoyment out of this slide, actually, and we decided on this slide as a group. This slide is a little bit more cumbersome, a little bit more density on this slide, which does require some more infrastructure needs, specifically with retaining walls, which we didn't have a lot of with the slipstream slide, and the foundations and the stabilization of that wall where that slide is located. So I will point out, if you'll look at the change order, a couple items on there. If you'll go down the Sammit's change order list, it goes through those costs of that particular slide. But we're also utilizing what's left of the construction manager at risk, Sammit's, their contingency. If you'll recall, Summit put in 2.5% that we included in their original contract as far as contingency. The city included 4% of contingency. So this will exhaust their contingency on that particular project. And as you can see on item number 14, that pays out the 25% that's owed to the contract of monies left in that contingency. We did have some savings in this project as well, as you'll see in number 13, which we saved on grading throughout this project. So I was really excited that we had some savings left in this project, and we're able to apply that to this change order as well. So I did want to point out those on the change order and how we got to that final number. The second part of the agenda focuses on some additional improvements with the capital ordinance. And the capital ordinance amount is $909,660. This talks about some things that we still need to get done within the project and utilizing some of those bond proceeds. The first is a renovation of our existing slides. They've been in place since 1985. We're starting to see some not structural issues, but more issues with the inside of the slides, outside, obviously some aesthetic issues. So we're going to go in and actually renovate those slides while we're doing this other work that was not included in the original plans. The second is a replacement of a pontoon boat. As y'all know, we have a pontoon boat. We do lake tours. We do real popular tour in the fall with leaf tours around City Lake. That boat was manufactured in 1972. And I know from experience, that's 50 years ago that boat was purchased. And I think it was manufactured in 72. We actually bought it in 84, but that's been on the lake for a long time. We're starting to experience more problems with that particular boat. So that's the second item. And the third is a replacement of the existing playground structure at City Lake. That playground structure is moving up higher on our priority list. It's been in the ground for about 25 years, we think, 20 to 25 years. Still in decent shape, but we're nearing a point where we need to replace that playground. So we'd like to utilize some of those bond proceeds for that as well. So that's a lot of information. I'm glad to answer any questions you guys may have.
I just think while we're doing the project, I think it makes sense to, when this thing's done, have everything as presentable and impressive to our citizens as possible. So, the pontoon's been around longer than I have, just, but, all those different things, I think we want to be able to open up and show them what you guys have been putting together the last couple of years, so. Any questions for Lee?
Motion to approve?
A motion?
Mr. Chairman, there are two separate actions, so just...
So we'll act on 313, or 312, and then we'll take a motion on 3.
Well, within this one action, there's two separate votes, so...
So, explain what you're meaning by that.
I'll ask a question. So I noticed that from the playground, if you want to walk over to where the boats and stuff are, where you can rent the kayaks, it doesn't seem like there's a walkway over there.
There is. It's maybe not as defined as it should be,
Okay.
Monica. We used to use that as, well, now we still kind of use that as an area where we can bring some equipment into that side of
Okay.
the park. But there is a way. Now the entire playground area is fenced in because we have the
Right.
train track that goes around
Yeah,
that
yeah,
particular area, so you can only come in and out one area. But there is a little area that you can walk straight down to the
Okay.
marina from there.
Okay.
Councilman, if it's okay with you, I'll make a motion in accordance with this verbiage, just so we're clear on that.
Yes, sir, Mr.
I'll
Chairman.
make a motion that we, to approve the Parks and Rec change order number 004.
Second?
Motion and second discussion on that. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters?
Aye.
Councilman Jones and I, that passes. Second motion that I'll make is that on the I'll make a motion to approve the capital project ordinance for the City Lake Park Phase 1 renovation.
Second?
Motion and second, any discussion? Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Jones and I, that passes. Thank you. So that's all encompassed in agenda item 313, so can we move on to item 314? Next item on the agenda is 2022-314, contract with Black and Veatch Compliance Lead and Copper Rule Revisions LCRR Phase 1.
Thank you. So this is going back to our lead and copper rule. I know you all probably heard about for some time now. We do have deadlines to basically do an investigation of our current lead and copper within our system. Those deadlines are listed here in the document. The compliance deadline for the LCRR is actually October 16th of 2024, but we need to do a lot of prep work before that date. So this is essentially a contract with Black and Veatch to basically help do an inventory and a dashboard and develop public education and outreach strategies so that we can position the city so we can achieve compliance by those deadlines. We do have funding for this in our current budget, and we are recommending that we award this to Black and Veatch for $576,080.
So this is something that has to be completed by 2024.
It does. There's some, basically getting the inventory, we have to have that piece of it done, but the more that we can have completed prior to that, it may be easier on us, and that's some speculation and talking with EPA and others in the regulatory field. So if we do deem, or we do discover that we have a large amount within our system, it may benefit us to go ahead and start being proactive and start changing those out in whatever form or method that we need to do. Instead of waiting until the deadlines, they have kind of hinted that there may be more stringent regulations if people wait until that deadline and then start taking actions after that.
And the price of
Yes,
materials could continue to
that's correct.
increase, so.
So the replacement of this is contingent upon the inspection levels, or is it required regardless?
So this is the first phase. So this phase is just going to help us identify, get a database and an inventory together, and then we'll have a second phase. So that second phase, this is anticipated to last about 8 months. So hopefully this same calendar year or fiscal year, we'll be back in here talking about phase 2 and the next steps regarding that and what we have found through this first phase.
Any other questions for staff? I'll entertain a motion.
So move.
Motion, I'll second that. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Jones and I, the message passes. Thank you. The next item is 2022-315, Contract Amendment Number 3, Tetra Tech Watershed Assessment Framework Lake Modeling.
Thank you. So this is Amendment 3, as you just mentioned, to continue developing the integrated watershed assessment framework for the city. The City of High Point is responsible to its citizens and businesses for managing water quantity and quality while maintaining compliance with state and federal regulations. This involves managing stormwater runoff, treating wastewater, protecting water quality, providing water supply for drinking water, and a recreational destination for people interested in boating, fishing, golfing, camping, and other activities. So this amendment, it actually consists of 2 tasks here. So task 1 is the lake model development, and that's to develop lake models for City Lake and Oak Hollow Reservoir that are linked to the watershed model to support watershed and water supply protection management planning in the city. And then task 2, we're looking at the future condition analysis for the integrated watershed assessment framework. This will help complete the future land use cover and climate scenario with the watershed models and the lake models to provide information to support city management and planning. The results will enable the city staff to predict potential future impacts as we continue to have growth and development throughout the city while protecting our water supplies. We do have funding for this in our current budget. We are recommending awarding this to Tetra Tech for $150,000.
Any questions, comments for staff? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion second. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Councilman Jones and I. Motion
Thank you.
passes. Next item is 2022-316, Contract Carolinas Environmental Systems Freightliner Truck Pack Mac Leaf Collection Systems Leaf Vac Truck.
Good afternoon. The Stormwater Division is currently using a 2007 Freightliner truck for residential leaf collection, and then the new Freightliner truck with a PAC-MAC 25 cubic yard chassis mounted automated leaf collection system will meet their needs. Price of $250, $196.74 is for the truck, extended warranty, training, and delivery. Estimated delivery is approximately 240 to 360 days. Funds are available in this year's budget, and we do recommend purchasing this vehicle from Carolina Environmental Systems Incorporated.
Did you say how many trucks we already have of this type?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
How many trucks do we have of this type already?
The leaf truck, I think it's 9, correct? Is that correct, 9 leaf trucks? This is a new style. Yes, a new style, but we have a total of 9 trucks. Yeah.
Okay. I know we had a labor issue kind of last fall that was delaying some of the collection. Have we, just on the side note, if we fix that to where we won't have the delays this year?
Yes, this is actually a new style truck that we're going with. Actually has a better wiring package. We had some wiring issues with some of the other trucks, and I think we're going to get a lot better service out of it.
Okay, good. I know we had some rain and stuff, but all of us were getting hammered with calls about
Oh,
things
God.
being on the road a little
Yeah.
bit longer than normal, but hopefully we're turning to a sense of normalcy now. Any questions for staff?
Yeah, warranty, how long?
5 years and 150,000 mile warranty.
Okay. In terms of You said the new style truck, what's the difference between this one and our current fleet?
It is just the same truck except it's a PAC-MAC system, basically the wiring and everything. It's more compact and it's
Okay.
easier, it's more accessible for our technicians.
Okay.
So we think that our staff and public services both feel like it'll be a good fit.
So if this truck works out better, we're looking at possibly with, taking this style, replacing our fleet down the road?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Motion to approve?
All right. Second. A motion and second. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters.
Aye.
Councilman Jones and I, that motion passes. Next item is 2022-317, a contract Vanguard Truck Centers, 3 auto car trucks, New Way side loading refuse bodies.
Yes, sir. The Environmental Services Division is currently using Peterbilt trucks with New Way side loading bodies that have between 9,000 to 10,000 hours. Trucks are used for residential garbage collection, need to be replaced due to age and condition. The auto car truck and New Way side loading refuse body that we're recommending is what we are currently using. The trucks are have a very good service history, and very good, very reliable. The price of $1,098,557 is for 3 trucks, the refuse body, installation, extended warranty, training, and delivery. The funds are available in this year's budget, and we recommend purchasing the 3 auto car trucks from Vanguard Truck Centers.
What's the lead time on these?
These are actually, the chassis availability is we've gotten lucky on because they're actually September to January timeframe. But body installations, we're probably looking at the March timeframe to have them complete. Because they're actually about 1.5 years out right now, so pretty fortunate to get that kind of lead time.
Good.
Yeah.
Motion approved?
Yep. So move. Oh, you
Second.
making a motion? Sound like a question.
Second.
Yeah, motion and second. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters.
Aye.
And Councilman Jones and I. Motion passes. Next item is 2022-318, contract with James River Equipment, 2 John Deere 524P wheel loaders.
Yes, sir. The Murph Recycling Center, Material Recovery Facilities Recycling Center is currently using a 2011 and a 2010 John Deere 524K wheel loader. They have between 17,500 and 20,500 hours on them. They have definitely reached the end of their useful life, and its costs are definitely increasing on these. James River Equipment has a 524P, which is basically just a new model for this unit, and it does meet the needs for the division. Price of $193.40 is for the wheel loader, extended warranty, operator training, and delivery. The total for 2 is $386.80. Delivery is estimated roughly 280 to 365 days, hopefully earlier than that, we're hoping. So, and then the funds are available this year, and we recommend purchasing these from James River Equipment.
Any questions for staff on this one? Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Jones and I. Motion passes. Next item is 2022-319, contract Breeze Enterprises Incorporated Stormwater Maintenance. City Council, oh, sorry, I was going into it. Stormwater Maintenance.
Good afternoon. Following yesterday's rain event, I would say this is a timely item. We're recommending a contract award for stormwater maintenance, which we use to supplement our stormwater services division, which is part of our public services department. This would be used typically for smaller scale improvements or maintenance items, or maybe preparing for upcoming resurfacing contracts, projects of that nature. At the July 6th bid opening, we had 1 bid that was submitted, and that was from Breeze Enterprises in the amount of $499,900. We were able to move forward with this recommendation with 1 bid because it was under the $500,000 threshold. The availability date is upon those to proceed and will carry through the end of this fiscal year, and funds are available in this budget.
Any questions for staff?
Motion to approve?
Motion and a second.
Thanks.
Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Jones and I, that motion passes. Next item is 2022-320, contract with Lumen Technologies Internet/Intranet Services.
Good afternoon. Information Technology Services is recommending that the City of High Point migrate its internet and intranet services from Segra to Lumen Technologies. The new proposal will supply circuits with increased bandwidth, reliability, redundancy, and reduced latency to all city facilities. Lumen Technologies offers a superior service level agreement and web dashboard allowing information services technology staff the ability to isolate critical network issues and engage with knowledgeable engineers to reduce downtime. City of High Point will use existing funds out of fiscal year 22-23 to purchase data connectivity services from Lumen Technologies. The contract offered by Lumen Technologies has a term of 36 months. Currently, the city spends $51,186 per month for internet and intranet connections. That'd be through Segra. The new monthly reoccurring charge from Lumen Technologies will be $50,875.42, resulting in a monthly savings of $311.54. This acquisition of service would be done under the NASPO contract. Any questions?
Motion to approve?
Second?
All right. We have a motion and a second. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Jones and I, that motion passes. Our next item is 2022-321, contract with 5S Technologies, Fortinet SD-WAN.
All right. Information Technology Services is recommending that the City of High Point acquire Fortinet SD-WAN appliances. SD-WAN is a modern networking technology that financial institutions and other agencies use to handle confidential information or to handle confidential information and construct their networks. SD-WAN appliances use a method called overlay networking to connect remote facilities to data centers. Overlay networking allows for efficient and secure network traffic handling. Confidential information is encrypted and transmitted back to the core of the network. And non-confidential information is transmitted directly to the internet from that city facility. The appliances will be installed at each city facility, allowing our cybersecurity team to create access control list, which will prevent network traffic from other city facilities from accessing city resources outside of their function. Access controls will help safeguard against various cybersecurity events such as data theft or ransomware. City of High Point will use existing funds out of the 22-23 budget to purchase Fortinet SD-WAN appliances from 5S Technologies. Purchase will occur under North Carolina Purchasing Agreement Contract 01-77. Acquisition will be financed over a 36-month term, billed annually. At the end of the leasing term, the city's got the option to purchase the equipment outright or refresh the equipment for newer technology. The cost differential is broken down year one. That's going to be $237,276. And every subsequent year, $174,276. The reason for the increased cost in the first year is $63,000 going towards engineering services to help bring these appliances online. Any questions?
Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Motion is second. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters, how do you vote?
Aye.
Councilman Jones, aye. The motion passes. As a former data guy from the Marine Corps, I think there's about 3 of us that knew what you just talked about for the last 2 minutes.
It went right over my head.
Well, then you'll definitely understand the importance of being able to implement such technology
Oh, yeah.
within this environment.
We got hacked in Iraq back in '03 when it all went down, so I've been through that.
Thank you.
All right, next item is 2022-322, consideration of funding outside nonprofit. Oh, we're going to pull that, aren't we?
Table.
Just going to table it? All right. Do I need to make a motion for that? Okay. I'll make a motion to table item 2022-322 for purposes that we don't have I think this deserves a full members of the Finance Committee to have our
Absolutely.
discussion on this.
Second.
Motion second. Councilman Holmes, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Peters.
Aye.
Councilman Jones is an aye. Okay. Next 3 items are just the public hearings. In the interest of time, we're going to be hearing this on Monday. Item 2022-323, public hearing resolution interlocal agreement, 2019 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant. We don't need any votes on this, right? Just state them? Gotcha. The next item that will be heard in the public hearing portion will be 2022-324, a public hearing on performance-based incentives, Wythe Advantage Incorporated, DBA as Colwell Banker Advantage, Bedrock 275 North Elm Street. And the last item will be 2022-325, a public hearing, performance-based incentives, Ethnocraft USA Gallimore Industrial Center at 750 Gallimore Dairy Road. Any more items that need to come before this committee? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks.